Stop. Are you making these 5 mistakes as a newbie trying to buy a gun? You're spending time on YouTube. You're spending time everywhere looking at firearms to figure out which ones you like. It's pretty intimidating, isn't it? So don't make these 5 mistakes. Hi guys, John the Firearms Instructor, and we're going to cover the 5 mistakes I see newbies make on a regular basis when they want to buy a gun for the very first time. Number 1 is they buy a gun online. Tell me, how are you going to know if you like the gun if you're buying it online? You can't shoot it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it, and you're buying it from somebody you don't even know. So don't buy a gun online. Guys, would you ever buy shoes online? You got to try a pair of shoes on before you buy it. You should buy the gun itself, should be tried on before you buy it. That's the number 1 mistake I see most people make. Number 2 is buying some kind of little tiny pistol, whether it be a .380 or any of those small pistols, thinking I want to carry a small pistol because a small pistol has small recoil. Absolutely not, guys. The little guns have more recoil than the big guns because of real estate. You want to make sure your first pistol is something you can run, shoot, and control. And those little tiny pistols, you cannot do that with. Number 3 is buying any kind of 1911 style weapon. 1911s actually have single action, so that means the hammer has to be back and safety on, and that's the way you must carry them. A lot of people are pushed to the single action pistols because they're easier to rack. They're less aggressive in the racking, but remember, they have to be carried cocked and locked, or you're making a big mistake on that. Number 4 is any kind of hammered fired weapon like a 92 FS for Beretta, or any kind of hammered fired gun. That hammer has to be back, and some of those have decockers, which means you push a button and it closes the hammer, but some of them you have to actually pull the trigger and let the hammer come forward, and that first trigger pull is heavy and all the rest of them are short after that point. This is a little more complications for a newbie to need. A lot of the striker fire units are just racking it and carrying them, so it's a lot easier for you, but I would never recommend for a newbie a hammer fire weapon. And number 5 is any kind of red dot or laser on the gun from the very beginning. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about red dots and lasers, so don't get me all wrapped up on that. But I'm telling you, as a newbie, you need to know how to shoot the gun before you buy the gun. If you're buying a gun with a red dot think it's going to make you more accurate, it's not. You're going to lose your ability to understand how to run a weapon. It is imperative that you know how to run the gun before you do any of the red dots or lasers or any of that stuff like that. Those are all crutches, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know how to run the gun before you actually put any of that crap on there. If you'd like to learn more, you'd always book one of our classes. We'd love to run you through everything. You know, we do offer the try before you buy, which gives you the opportunity to shoot 5 of the most popular pistols on the market and then pick the one you like. That's the way you need to buy a gun, ladies and gentlemen, not by guessing, wishing, hoping, or asking a friend. You are your own individual person. You need to find the gun that fits you. Don't take my opinion. Don't take anybody's opinion except what you think. And that would be my recommendations. And last but not least, don't forget the firearms training. That's what we do for a living. And you need to be comfortable with the pistol if you plan to carry it, have it for home defense, or anything else like that. We would love to show you all of our products and all of our stuff. Until next time, guys, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. Don't make these mistakes.